Let me know if I'm visible. I'm also sharing the screen. Screen is sharing. I'm audible, visible. Everything is fine. Please confirm so we can start. Audio, video, screen, everything fine with everyone? Viraj is saying yes. Good morning, Ishika. Good morning, Viraj. Good morning, Somin. Thanks for confirming, Divya. Rohila. Thanks for confirming, Desai, Kushi, Ishika. So this is our first class, financial accounting, and this may be first class for some of the students in the ACCA classes. So I welcome you all to ACCA. If you are new to ACCA, this is our first class which we will take. Uh, Let me first of all introduce myself. My name is Vishal. I'm an ACCA member. I have scored All India rank at ACCA professional level and All India rank at ACCA skill level. I have somewhat around 8 to 10 year corporate year experience, and I have also done 3 years of articleship. And I have basically working in financial reporting accounting as a manager position in a multinational organization. So with faculty teaching, I also do my regular job from Monday to Friday. So on Monday to Friday, you'll see me in doing my regular office work, and on Saturday, Sunday, you'll be seeing me as a teacher. I will be your mentor, your teacher for next 2.5 months or maybe next 3 months. Let's see how our batch speed goes. We will be covering our financial accounting, and today is the orientation day of this. So that is about me, what I do, what I have done. If you want, I can unmute you and basically you can give yourself an introduction. This is our first class. You can basically introduce you to your fellow future ACCA members. This is a great place to start networking. I always encourage students to create networking because networking is something that will help you build basically connections in future, and basically everybody comes around and help each other in the future. So today we'll be doing the orientation and we'll start chapter number 1. Today's class will be little light. I'm not sure whether you will take it as light because some of the feedback that I have received about my study is that I basically don't give breaks. I constantly teach. So please bear with it. And other than that, I hope when we will learn financial accounting, we will have some fun. And other than fun, basically the main idea is that we cover the hardcore concepts. We are crystally clear with whatever we learn and we go strong in the exam. So that's it from my side. If you want, I can unmute you. It's not forcible, but I definitely encourage. Or if you, let's say, are uncomfortable in speaking, then you can send me basically something about, what you have done. Let's say whether you are in school or whether you have completed your college degree, why ACCA, a very small note. Basically, think about it like you are in an interview and you can give a very small note about yourself so that other will know. Let's say you are already completed 1 or 2 papers, so you can tell your friends about it that okay, you are already experienced in ACCA, or you are doing some job and now you have decided to switch to ACCA. So basically, just a small intro. That would be fine. If you are not comfortable, it's okay. If not today, maybe tomorrow, whenever you feel comfortable. Because idea is that you introduce yourself to the everyone because that is what you will be expected to do in the real life. Okay, anybody who wants to start, they can raise your hand. I will unmute them. Or you can send a simple basically text note. If you don't want to do it, simply just want to attend the class, it's your call. I will not force you. Yeah, I know that. But for this is a fresh class, so I'm treating you as a fresh student. I know some of the students have already studied from me. Good morning, Harshit. Anybody who's interested? Everybody shy? Oh, this is first time that a batch is so silent. Oh, Divya wants to go. Very good, Divya. This is the spirit I want. Okay, I'm unmuting you, Divya. Okay,
Good
Divya, please go.
morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir, and hi, everyone. My name is Dia
Oh,
Gupta,
sorry. Sorry, my apologies.
and currently I'm pursuing Bachelor's in Business Administration, and with that, I am doing
Okay,
ACCA. And I have not given any exams, so I don't have any experience, but this is my second subject I'm studying here.
okay. Very good, Divya.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Okay, so it was a very good introduction. Okay, Palak wants to go ahead. Yes, Palak.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So, my name is Palak Chaturvedi, and this is like my second subject. I have not given any exams yet,
Mhm.
and I'm basically a BCom second year student.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Viraj. Okay. Yes, Viraj, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. My name is Vraj Patel. I am from Gujarat and I am pursuing my BCom honors. This is my first year, and I
Okay.
was searching from 11 to get a best course. So that's
Okay.
why I choose to do ACCA.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And it's really nice you telling me why you are doing it, ACC. That's also, add some, background. Because most of the cases it's our family, friends. Most of our cases, basically, we have no better option, so we do it. Okay. And most of the cases, people do ACC because they want to go to the foreign trips. Yeah, that's fine, Somil. Like Viraj and you, both of you are my previous students from previous batches. I know that. And just that it's a first class, so new batchmates, something, everything is new. That's fine. No worries if you are comfortable. Okay, so Harshit, you will give your BT exam by the end of July. Okay, best of luck. Let me know how preparation is going. I hope everything is fine. So I think we are good to go. Anybody who wants to give their introduction, I'm completely fine. Otherwise, we'll just start. Okay, I hope the screen is visible. So again, a very warm welcome to everyone who has basically attending their first ACCA lecture. You guys are going to be my future ACCS very soon. It could be 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, depending on you. And to be honest, just one thing, please don't race with anybody. You are in your own race. You don't have to be a turtle, okay? Or you don't have to be a rabbit. Very bad drawing, I know. Okay, you see my face. Okay. But you get the point. You just have to basically follow your own speed because this is your career, your life. That if your friend passes 4 exams and you are just clear with one, you basically are clearing 6 exams, but you are appearing for multiple exam at a time and you are not sure about it. Please adjust. Whenever you are about to basically give an exam and you are not sure, please consult with a senior or let's say someone you consider as your mentor. Okay, this is a journey that we all have to go, and I hope this will be a wonderful and memorable journey to you. Definitely, there will be some struggles, there will be some hard work required, and that I expect from each and every one of you. Okay, so welcome all once again to my future ACCS who are going to be, finance professional, taking upon the world opportunities and, shaping the world into a better place where we can be all, live in. Because we are not just accountants, we are more than that. We are somebody who shape the world. Uh, Lisa is saying, good morning, sir. I'm Lisa Sultha. I have completed my 12th this year and I'm pursuing BCom. Very good, Lisa. You have just basically taken a serious decision to pursue a professional course. Very good. Ishan, let's discuss all these BT queries when you will be giving exam after we complete the orientation, and you can ask me some questions out of the basically financial. Okay. Okay, Virat, sure. So let's introduce ourselves to the financial accounting FA. See, I'm not good at basically remembering the level name, whether it is FA3 paper or FA4 paper, FA1 paper. I'm not really good at that. So just expect me as a lazy teacher. What I'm good at remembering is the concepts that I will try to teach you, and that is what we are going to do. So today is our orientation day of the financial accounting subject, which I call it FA. You can call it basically FFA or basically F1, F2, F3, whatever the subject number is. I think it is F3 if I remember correctly, if my memory is correct. And second thing, I will write things down. This will be for class purpose, for understanding. And my number one feedback has been that my writing has been very, very well. It is said that people who are genius now, they don't focus on writing much. So please don't mind my writing. Okay. Like if I, start writing like this. So because genius people don't have time to, beautifully writing, they concentrate on so many things at us. Like, doctors are very, genius. So their writing is not good. Okay. Very bad joke again. I hope you basically adjust. Okay. I'll try to improve as much as I can. Basically everything we will learn in the class will be from the book, so you don't have to worry about the notes. Okay, it's just that I will do some additional noting marking, which you want you can note down, or which you, if you can possibly read my basically writing, then good luck. Okay, about financial accounting. Okay, it is Himanya. I have completed my 12th this year and I will be starting my college this semester. Okay, so it's a good thing that students who have just started their college and they are also pursuing the ACCA. That shows that you guys are serious about your, career, and that deserves a pat on the back. So everybody praise yourself, give yourself a pat on the back that because you have chosen ACCA, you are doing your regular college and still you are decided to do a professional career. That shows that you are serious about it. Give yourself a pat on the back. Very good. Whenever we get a chance, appreciate yourself. Don't ever forget to appreciate yourself, because everybody is there to criticize us. Even we are very critical of ourselves, but it's better that we, appreciate us. Okay. What is financial accounting, guys? Financial accounting is one of the pillars that will help you become ACCA. There are 13 exams as of now, and I hope you have heard that ACCA is soon going to change the syllabus. Okay. So right now, there are 13 exams. Very soon after 2027, September onwards, there will be 12 exams. Right now, there are 3 levels: knowledge, right? Skill, and professional. Soon, it is going to be a new basically curriculum, creating basically expert level, uh, advanced expert, etc., etc. I don't want to get into that, but definitely you'll know. Vishal, can we discuss something about September 2027 exam? I don't think we have we do have the need of it, because we are right now sitting in 2025 July. So it is 2 year only. And I am really, strong belief that many of you will be already at professional level by that time. Many of you. Or finger crossed, some of you would have already cleared ACCA. Finger crossed. So I really don't think that September 2027 is going to be a major impact. The thing that is basically going to be a transition, there is a syllabus change, and it is a very, very regular thing. Let's discuss this in detail for a moment. Okay. Good morning, sir. I'm Prayesha. I'm currently grade 11 and I have pursued ACCA. Okay, very nice. Diksha, good morning, sir. I'm Diksha. I have passed 12th in 25. I selected ACCA because I saw a good path in this. Very good, Diksha. I hope my screen is visible. Today our class first class number 1, financial accounting orientation. Okay, plus chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, which we will discuss. It is dated. What is the date, guys? It is 19 July 2020. Now, what we are going to discuss? Basically ACCA. So we are currently having 3 level exams. One of them is basically knowledge level, where we are right now at. And knowledge level have 3 subjects: financial accounting, business and technology, and management accounting. All are 3 knowledge level. And these exams all are basically on demand, computer based, and 100% objective. On demand means that you can appear for this exam any time you want. Anytime you want. Some of the students in the comment section were saying they will give exam in this day, they will give exam in the first week, they will give exam at basically after 2 weeks. This is on demand. This basically facility is available at knowledge level only. ACCA says whenever you feel you are ready for exam, you can appear for exam. Basically, whenever you are going to book the exam, basically check with the center you are going to appear for. And let's say today is what? Today is Saturday, and I want to give exam on Wednesday. I will check with my basically center, the registration center, and they will confirm me whether slot is available. So whenever slot at the center is available, you can appear for the exam. Okay, so this is an on-demand exam, meaning whenever you want. You want to appear in the month of July, you can appear it. Basically, after 2 days, you can appear for it. That is the facility available. You can appear in the month of August, you can appear in the month of September, October, November, whenever you want. There is no time limit. No time limit. Okay, this is first feature of the knowledge level. Those students who are already familiar with this, so please bear with this next half an hour. We are going to have this orientation, which is very, very important for many students. So I hope you don't mind it. If you feel, okay, this is boring part, you already know about it, so you can go and basically take a walk. In the meantime, I will cover this in a half an hour, but please do come back so that we basically cover the start chapter number 1, at least in a 1 hour or in a half an hour. Okay, so please bear with it. Second, it is a computerized based exam. So gone are the days where we used to give the paper based on paper. No more paper-based exam, a computer-based exam. You will basically sit in front of a computer in the center and you will basically give the exam on the computer itself. No paper-based exam. Definitely paper will be given to you for a working purpose. You can carry a pen and paper and basically here you can do your workings. But nothing else will be allowed. A calculator maybe, water bottle which is transparent, no basically stickers on it. Basically you can read the instructions of the registry, basically of the exam docket. The exam docket will have basically the instructions on how to appear for the exam. Okay, what things you can carry, what things you cannot. So it is a 100% computer based exam. Okay, Sanjida, good morning. Myself have completed MA and currently working. I want to do ACCA for success in the job. Very good, Sanjida. Okay, let's discuss exemptions also, Viraj, because exemption is something that I want to discuss very importantly. Exemptions. Many students take exemptions. Exemptions and new course change. I'll discuss both of these things. So it's a computer-based exam. I hope everybody is clear. And third very important thing, it's a 100% objective exam. What is 100% objective exam? Those who don't know, this is MCQ, MRQ, fill in the blank. Okay. And match the following type questions. You will be given 4 options. Select one and you will be passing. Nothing need to write unless it is fill in the blank. Let's say what is the amount. Unless that is the case, nothing need to be written in the knowledge level. Okay, this is applicable for all 3 exams. It's a on demand whenever you want to pay for, whenever you feel ready. It is a 100%, basically it is a computer based, not paper on based, and 100% objective, meaning MCQ questions, multi-responsive questions. What are multi-responsive questions? We will see that later on. And fill in the blank, match the following. I will introduce you to the exam format. Okay, so don't worry. So it is a 100% objective type based question, which we will see later on in the upcoming. Okay, so this is all these 3 major points about skill level, knowledge level is clear, everyone. Any doubt here? Anybody? So negative marking. Okay, let me cover it. No negative marking. One student already covered it. No negative marking. Okay. And exam will be of 2 hours. 2 hours. Okay. So you have 120 minutes to cover for the exam. And to be honest, with my past students' feedback and me knowing myself also, you can complete your paper within an hour. Students complete the paper in 60 minutes. 2 hours is more than enough. Because when you have an objective type question, if you know an answer, you will immediately get it. And if you don't know an answer, no matter how much you scratch your head, it will only waste time. So, and I will also tell you the exam technique to pass. So don't worry how you can basically manage the time. And one of the very important technique is exam time management. Okay, exam time management. This will be helpful not only at knowledge level, but also at other level. So far, anybody has any question? Negative marking was the question of Rohila. I hope everybody is clear with this. Keep asking questions so others will also be getting benefit of it. Okay. Your query may be something you will think, okay, this may be stupid, but not to me, not to yourself. And this may help others as well. So please keep asking question if you have any. So far, any question, anyone? We are good? Are we all cool? No. Okay, good. So 100% computer based. It's a computer based exam. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. 50% is the passing rate. So if you want to pass the exam, please score 50% plus. If you score 50% plus, then you will be able to pass the exam. One of the highest score that one of my students have received is 97 in financial accounting. My target is to make it 100. Okay, 97. Basically, it was a really good score. My target is 100. Very good score ranges in the financial accounting is 80 to 85. 90 plus is, tremendous. It is very rare, very rare. And then basically there are 70 to 75. Basically, I should not say 80. I should say any student who scores 70 plus. These are very good score range, very good score range. It is a highly scoreable exam. And you can just basically exceed my expectation. 97 is not something that I myself have scored. So I really feel proud that my student have, my mentees have basically surpassed their mentor. This is a proud moment for me. So I can always boast that yes, my students scored 97. And I hope one of you will be surpassing that. Yes, Priyanshi, I'm just going to cover that. Okay, so syllabus completion and how many questions? Now, this is the percentage of passing. Let's talk about the exam structure. So as you know, this basically is 100% objective question. Now this is divided into two. I'm talking specifically right now about financial accounting. I'm not talking about other subject because they slightly change in every subject. Like BT have 4 questions in section B and etc. etc. So what we are going to cover is about the financial accounting. So financial accounting basically have 2 sections. This is majorly in all skill knowledge level exam, but let's only talk about financial accounting. Section A, section B. Section A basically has, let's say, 2 marks question, and section B has basically 15 marks question. And basically, section B consists of 30 marks, section A consists of 70 marks. So there will be 35 questions of 2 marks, which if you score, you will get 70 marks. And there will be 15 marks, 2 questions, and you will be able to score 30 marks out of it. Section B is a case study based question. These are some basically knowledge based questions. Okay, let me write. Yeah, 35 objective and 15 marks, 2 multi-task questions. I don't think that one question will be entirely 15 marks. This 15 marks will be broken down, let's say, in 3 parts, 4 parts, basically multiple tasks. And best thing about section B, that here partial marking is allowed. Let's say there is one question and I have selected 2 correct option and 1 incorrect option. And the question marking is 4 mark. So in this case, I might be given 3 mark out of 4. Section A, no partial marking. No partial marking before you ask. Either you are correct or either you are incorrect. Out of 4 options, you selected 1 correct, 1 incorrect. Basically, let's say question asks you to select 2 options and 1 was correct, 1 was incorrect. So complete mark lost. But in section B, there is a partial marking. Clear, everyone? No, Priyanshi. Oh, sorry. It is Priyasha. I hope I'm spelling your name correctly. Okay, let me know if it is not. Okay. So there is no subjective question. Like I said, it is 100% objective. No writing. Only selecting options, or in writing, maybe entering the amount. That is the maximum basically writing you are given. Okay, amount, enter. They will not write you to ask paragraph. So no need to, panic about the paragraph part. This is cleared. This is syllabus. We will cover the syllabus later on because we are going to cover the subject. So what are given in the syllabus, we will cover that automatically. Some important things that you are supposed to know. And now we are going to go to the ACCA website also, which you should be familiar. First of all, let's talk about the books. Or basically study material source. So if you are studying from VG Learning, you have been given BPP books. Okay. Right now, there are 2 popular authors in the market, basically 3. But usually we see students using BPP or Kaplan. In our class, we will be using BPP. Let me be very transparent with you. BPP books are basically we give in the exam and their practice kit is really good. But students prefer Kaplan because of easy language. That is how it has been. Students like Kaplan for their easy language because there is no technical language. Like if you read yourself, if you want to do self-study, BPP will be little tough because of the technical knowledge, technical wording. My simple suggestion is, because we are going to cover BPP, buy BPP. What about the technical language? See, that is why I'm here. I will make technical language easier for you. But if you want to cover Kaplan, it's your choice. I will not say, okay, go and only buy BPP books. Books need to be bought by you, definitely. That is other than your basically course fee. Maybe that's something you can discuss with your consultant. I will not basically say have any say in this. This is basically books that you can basically use for your exam purposes. There will be two books for each author. One is workbook covering your syllabus, and one will be your basically practice kit. Now, I don't know about you, but if I am a student, my purpose of the exam will be whether I read from BPP or Kaplan. I will study workbook one or twice to clear the concepts, and then it is my duty, it is my responsibility that I basically completely, either you can say drink, memorize, or basically worship the practice kit. And it is not for knowledge level financial accounting. It is for every subject, every level in ACCA. ACCA is a course where they don't basically, force or, encourage memorizing. No. ACCA is mostly a practical life-based study pattern. Those who are also pursuing CA now or any other chartered course, they will see that the syllabus is 80% or 90% similar. Yes, similarity of syllabus is so much. How do I know? Because I have covered both. I have also basically been a CA student. I have also been a ACCA student. And I know the syllabus basically in and out. So I can definitely say syllabus is 80 to 90% same. But exam pattern is totally different. Exam pattern is totally different. So please, when you study for ACCA, you need to take question practice very seriously because it is a very different scenario. Here, case study based approach is used. Real life scenarios are taken as an example and try to see whether you can apply those knowledge that you have learned. So ACCA is not a memorization based, but a application based exam. You will be given a case study and you are expect to solve that case study using your knowledge. Let's say you learn about company. What is a company? What is the use of company? Then they will be giving you a question or scenario. Let's say this is the director, this is the shareholder. Now what you're supposed to do? That is how ACCA exams are. So please focus on practice kit as much as you can. These are the two sources that I know, and let me give you one source that ACCA wants you to read. ACCA basically have introduced their ACCA Study Hub. This has been recently introduced, let's say 2 years now, almost 1 or 2 year now. No, it's not 2 year. It's okay. Let's call it 2 year. It's almost 2 year now. So 2 years that this source has been introduced, and what is this source? Free, and it is available to all ACCA students. If you have your registration number, you can access this ACCA study source. Okay, I'll show you in the classroom. Whether you want to cover concepts from the BPP Kaplan workbook or you want to cover the concepts of ACCA Study Hub, it's your call. I will already told you, I will cover BPP book concepts here in the class. What I want you to focus that ACCA Study Hub gives you questions and many questions and many good questions. So please, those students who feel struggling even a bit, please practice Study Hub questions because Study Hub questions are basically the exact level type of questions that will come in exam. Because we have a limited class, we have basically limited time. So that is why we will not be able to practice each and every question in the class. Question practice is something on you. Your doubt clearing on the question is on me. But question practice responsibility is on me. Okay? We will try to cover as many questions in the class as we can. Because syllabus is used, we have to cover the syllabus, we have to cover all the concepts and then practice some of the questions. But purpose is that you guys practice all the questions, come up with me for your queries and I solve them. That is how we are going to have a teacher-student relation in the class. I hope that is fine. Now, Please use this ACCA Study Hub for your question practice. Do not, if you feel doubtful about your first exam or you're doubtful about the basically exam clearing, please question practice your ACCA Study Hub. My strong recommendation that please cover this ACCA study questions. Workbook you want to cover basically spend time on the concepts we are already through. So it's your call. It's your call. I will not say anything though. And definitely in ACCA Study Hub, you will see more concepts. Some concepts will be in the BPP, some concepts in the ACCA Study Hub, some concepts in the Kaplan. Don't feel basically overwhelmed. 95% of the concepts we will cover. Definitely there will be one or two topics which you will see in the ACCA Study Hub, and it's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine. Because if you go and basically check the syllabus is very, very huge. And I'll show you. I'll clear all your doubts today. So don't worry about it. If you want to study from the Study Hub, basically don't want to pay any fee, it's your call. I will not suggest anything. But as a teacher, as a mentor, I have responsibility to tell you that these are study sources. ACCA Study Hub is one of the sources that ACCA themselves have introduced, and knowledge level is very, very good. Let me be honest. Knowledge level, basically, their study source, their exam questions are very good, and that is why I'm recommending. Please practice the Study Hub questions. Okay, now let me show you what is ACCA Study Hub, where you can see it. So far the study source is clear, everyone. Okay, dear. Yes, Chirag, I'm coming to that query. I know that your query is when our batch will. Okay, approximately 3 months. 3 months, basically 24 to 26 classes we complete and we finish the batch. So 24 to 28, basically 24 to 20, basically 6 classes, 8 classes in a month. Basically Saturday, Sunday is the only classes we take. So you can take about basically 3 months. Just let me finish and let me cover this quickly, and then we'll go back to the ACCA study. So we will take 24 to 26 classes max with 3-hour class each day. Some of time I will stretch it, so please bear with me. Let's say for practice question 3.5 hour. Okay, I hope you can bear with me. And basically we have Saturday, Sunday class. I try to have extra classes, but students are against that. Last time it went ugly. I take some classes for extra, and some students complained, some students were fine with it, and it went into that I was about to leave the ACC, basically coaching. So I will not get into that fight again. I will simply conduct the classes Saturday, Sunday. Classes will be completed by 3 months. Okay, because in 1 month we have 8 Saturday, Sundays. Okay, total almost 8 or sometimes 9. So 8 classes multiplied by 3, I think you can do the math, is 24 to 25 classes anyway. So from here, check 3 months and see when basically class will be covered. Okay, I hope this answers your question. I wanted to do some extra classes, but students have recently complained and it went an ugly fight between the basically let's not go there, but yeah, I don't want to get into that again. So that's why Saturday, Sunday regular classes and 3 months tables. Okay. If majority of the students or all of the students agree, definitely we can have the liberty to take extra classes, only if you allow. But I'm not sure whether you will allow it. Okay, so basically when we will cover our syllabus is clear. Now we will go to the study hub. Let me know any doubts so far. Dia, you are saying you do not have the book. Okay, no worries, Dia. We will be studying from the online book in the class. So in the meantime, you can basically watch the lectures, record whatever you need to record. Okay. Definitely syllabus has changed a little bit. So let me show you the syllabus change. And one more thing about the syllabus change down. I will also cover how do you know where the syllabus will change. Do not listen to any rumor. Do not listen to your friends. Do not even listen to me. There is a concrete, solid, basically source that you can check yourself whether syllabus has changed or not. Sometimes students ask me, okay, whether they can use 24, 25 book. Right now they are in 25 to 26 period. What should they do? I will always recommend to, go for the new books because you are basically investing in your career. those 3,000 or 3,500 that you spend on books is not something for an expense. This is an investment for you. But I understand some people have financial constraints. So I will not, force you to buy new books. Definitely you can go for the old books if syllabus has not changed. And how will you know syllabus has changed? I will show you. There is a concrete source of evidence that you can always go to there. You don't need to listen to anybody about the syllabus change, because there is, some teachers only sell their courses by creating unnecessary hype, and you guys wasting your money on that. Okay, so be sincere, because I also come from a middle class family. I also had similar financial issues like some of you may have. Okay, some of you may not have this, and that is really, really fortunate. I always pray for you. And for those who have those financial constraints like I used to have, so please, I understand yourself. So if you want, you can take a book of your senior or your friend, but always check with the syllabus session. And how we will check it, I'll just show you. Any question before that? No, Priyanshi, that is what I'm saying. You will just know with your own knowledge. I'll just show you how, whether old book is sufficient or not. Okay, Priyanshi? Okay, so some of the students who are basically, Viraj has told me that some of the students have go to college, and their college basically is 75% attendance requirement. So let me tell you, I completed my ACCA with my job. In college, you may need to spend 5 to 6 hours. In office time, you have to spend 8 to 9 hours, and maybe sometimes 12 hours. And I completed my ACCA in basically 1 year, and with 5 to 6 exams and scoring well. So it is definitely possible. In 1 year, I cleared at least 5 exams. So I think you guys can too. Oh, there is an exemption also, which I have to discuss. But before that, let's discuss ACCA Study Hub, your syllabus change, and then we'll come to the other points. I hope this orientation part is your liking. Some of you may be asking, where is the financial accounting? I know financial accounting is waiting. We will start the chapter, but these queries are important. I hope you don't mind it. If you feel this is too boring, you can, like I said, go for a walk for a time being. And then after the basically completing this orientation, we'll start the study. I hope this is fine. Any question, any doubt? Priyanshi, I'll come to the syllabus change question. First, I'll show the study hub. All good? I hope my speed is okay. You are able to understand me. I'm not speaking any gibberish. For writing part, I already told you. Huh? Genius people have a poor writing. Chirag, basically, when let's say I was a student, I used to study at least 5 to 6 hours, minimum 5 to 6 hours. This was the minimum. And I'm talking about self-study. I'm not talking about the classes hours. I have taken almost all the classes, and classes are about 3 hours. And other than those 3 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Benefit of online classes is that you don't have to travel. But the problem, there are some benefits, some cons also. Because of the online classes, you don't have the connection like you have in the real class. But yeah, it saves time. So 5 to 6 hours, because I also used to have to travel. We used to have 2 to 3 classes in a day, and still then we used to try to practice 5 to 6 hours. So 5 to 6 hours is minimum if you are a student and you don't have anything else to do. If you are a job person, definitely I expect that you have completed your graduation. You are already a commerce person. So in that case, 3 hours minimum, or maybe 2 hours minimum on your weekdays, and on your Saturday, Sunday, please spend at least 6 hours, at least 5 to 6 hours. If you are a job person, very rarely, like one of the students is job person in our class. So in those cases, 2 to 3 hours daily, and basically 6 hours. Let's say you have a very, very hectic day because of the study, because of your personal affair, whatever. Please spend 30 minutes minimum. 30 minutes minimum on doing what you did yesterday. So that, let's say, if you have suddenly a break of 2 days or 3 days, you open your book, and suddenly you don't feel like, okay, whether I'm reading a new subject. That should not ever be the case. I have been basically gone with the days where I have worked 14 hours, 15 hours. Basically, Nayan Moti like company. And then I also have been very, very tired. But because I was, I have invested my money, I was committed to clear my ACCA. That's why I always promise myself, no matter how worse is the day, at least for 30 minutes, I will flip the pages to see what I have done. Clear? So please, consistency is very, very important. Consistency. See, I'm a very, very average student. It's not like one time some person tell me a concept and I get it in my mind, or I memorize it through my heart. No, I'm a very, very average student. I was a very, very average student. There were people I know who could study for 3 hours and basically retain so much. And I was the one who had to study 9 hours to retain this 3 hour person. Still, I scored a rank. The reason was only because of the consistency. No other reason. There is no shortcut. You want me to give shortcuts? The only shortcut is consistency. Do it regularly. Once you see, it is a habit that you have to study. Study is a habit. It is not something that today I will start practicing basically for 5 hours, for 6 hours. If you have a habit of taking breaks, if you have a habit, bad habit of watching reels scroll through, then it will be very, very difficult for you because habits don't break easily. Creating new habits requires lots and lots of effort and it requires commitment. So whenever you have commitment issue, remember you have spent your money or your parents' money. And whenever you have commitment issue, remember you have a career ahead, a life ahead. And trust me, once you clear ACCA, whatever you dream, maybe not immediately realize, but over the years, it will realize. I can vouch for that. No matter what somebody says ACCA is worth it or not, whether you have heard those rumors, I can vouch it. I am a manager at my company because of ACCA only. Yeah, definitely my hard work was there also, but ACCA is a degree that sets the minimum benchmark. I was eligible for managerial role because of my minimum degree requirement. So if you want to get into a managerial role, please get a chartered certification. ACCA is one of the chartered certification. Okay. Chirag, I was one of the exemption students. I'll discuss the exemption. But yes, every exam that I appeared, I cleared it in my first attempt. But yeah, in ACCA, it doesn't matter whether you clear it one attempt or not, second attempts. Your degree matters. Your degree matters, unless your employer is stupid. Okay. Now we are going on internet, going on ACCA website. So let me just pause the screen and just directly jump to the ACCA website because I don't want any unnecessary thing to run. I'm just pausing the screen for a moment because we are going on internet and so many unnecessary rubbish comes. Okay. We are back. So this is the ACCA website. Just click ACCA on the website. It will automatically appear. Right? Nothing fancy. Go on Google on your phone. You can just directly see the ACCA. This is the right now the dashboard of the ACCA website. New change, future ACCA qualification. So the changes that are going to come in 2027. I'll just discuss a brief about it. But first of all, let's go what we are supposed to learn is Study Hub sources and other sources. So there is this panel, employer, learning provider, member. Member is relevant for me. Student right now is relevant for you. Affiliates, whatever you want to basically go about. So go to ACCA's website and select this student section. In student section, you can basically get started with ACCA. If you are new, what is ACCA about, how you can register, etc., etc. All this information is given to you. Whatever your counselor tell you, you can cross verify here. Getting started with ACCA. Tuition, study options, study support, everything is given here, so you can check. What we are concerned is study support resources. Click on the study support resources. Okay. So student, study support resources, and then you will see this page as ACCA qualification, foundation, professional diploma. We are concerned with ACCA qualification. And all of your subjects will up. These are right now the subjects that you are supposed to appear. BT, MA, FA, knowledge level, and then some skill level exams, and then professional level exams. Okay. We are going to discuss the financial accounting. So click on financial accounting. And then there are multiple things that ACCA has given you for your reference. Syllabus, what is the part of syllabus? So whether I tell you something, whether some teacher tell you something, whether your friends tell you something, if you want to see where is syllabus discussed, it is here. What are the changes in the syllabus? It is discussed here. And it is very easy to read. I'll help you. And then there is a ACCA Study Hub. This is the very important thing for you. So please, let's go with this together. ACCA Study Hub, the free source that is available to you and where I will recommend you to practice questions. Okay, this is first class, so that's why I'm introducing. I hope you guys don't mind. This is the first class, that is why I'm introducing, because many students get the query how we can access Study Hub. This Study Hub is accessible for all level of exams, not for financial accounting, but for all level exams. Just select the subject. You will see the similar things in other subjects as well. Syllabus, exam, maths, language, support, specimen exam, practice exam, etc. So we are right now going to the Study Hub. Now, once you click on the Study Hub, there are two logins. One is basically you can directly go to my ACCA account or alternative now. Because I'm no longer basically ACCA student, so now I don't have this Study Hub in my my ACCA. If you guys go into my ACCA, Study Hub will be there. I will use an alternative login. What if I'm not a student? So alternative login is available. You can use alternative login there, or you can use my ACCA, whatever you feel comfortable. So I'll just go to alternative login right now. You can also access Study Hub from your My ACCA account. Okay, there is a My ACCA account, just like your Instagram account, Facebook account. There is a My ACCA account on ACCA website. You can create that once you are registered. So I'll just enter my basically registration number. This is the registration number that will be kept with you. This is also my membership number. Once you become member, this is the same number that will be carrying with you. You just enter the password, and then it will take me to the Study Hub. It's processing. Slow internet, yeah. Oh, internet is fine. This is your site is let us go. It's loading. So you can see I have some of the subjects already selected. Basically, this is the thing that I do in the class. I introduce the subject. So what I will do, let's say none of these subjects are here. So what I'll do, I'll just type my subject. Financial account. I'll just search, and you can see a subject will be appearing here. This is financial accounting. And if you see, what are the details? Just click on the detail and it will show you that this is basically a financial accounting and applicable for September to August. But we are not in the September to August. We are in the September 2025 to basically August 2026. So we'll just go here, view details. Please remember, when you are selecting the exam financial accounting, sometimes you select the foundation level exams. Don't select that. FA, FFA should be written here. Nothing else. FA, FFA. If this is not appearing, that means you have selected a wrong portal. Okay. There is FA1, FA2. Please don't select those ones. This is a FA3 that you are supposed to select. Okay. FA, FFA, financial. So just go back, and now we can enroll it because this is a new syllabus. We will study from. Always study from the new syllabus. That is always my recommendation. The study is again processing. Once you select a subject, now it will be basically on front of the dashboard. Whenever you log into ACCA Study Hub, that subject will be coming first. And this is not only financial accounting, all 13 subjects can be selected. There is no basically requirement that you only have to select one subject. There is no fee. You are paying your annual student registration fee. So that is the fee included for this also. All the resources are available here for free. Nothing need to be paid because you have already paid for your fee. So please be aware of that. Now you can see all the chapters are given here. There are 18 chapters given in the ACCA Study Hub. If we come to our book of BPP, this is the book we are going to study. Just check. Yeah, this is the latest book we are going to study. And let me come to the index introduction. Yeah, this is the basically index of the BPP book. And you can see, basically this is an online book, that's why maybe not pleasing you, but in offline book, this is much better. So you can see there are 26 chapters. Okay. So whether the syllabus of BPP is different from the syllabus of ACCA Study Hub, answer is no. I hope common sense is still common. This is very, very simple. They have basically covered the same syllabus in 18 chapters, and Study Hub, basically BPP, have broken down and covered them into the 26 chapters. Same syllabus, just different chapter. One or two topic will always be off. One topic will be in the Study Hub, one topic will be in the BPP Kaplan, or basically Kaplan. So those topics, if you have any doubts, self-read them and ask questions if you need basically any clarity on that. We will cover all the basic concepts, all the requirement that you need for your exam so that you can score 100% marks. If you find any additional topic that you want to understand, always reach out to me. I'm always available for your queries and questions. So I hope this part is clear. ACCA Study Hub will have these chapters, and your BPP basically book will have 26 chapters. So don't ask why BPP have 26 chapters. I hope this is clear. Basically, Dia, this online book, no, everybody who's asking for BPP online book, please understand this is a registered book. This is a licensed book. Not everybody can get access. If you want to get access, please check with VG team whether they will allow it or not. I have been given a password and login for this, so I cannot give you login right away. Okay, this is something that is property, confidential property. So if you want to get an online book access, please check with VG team whether this is available for students or not. This is exclusively available for me because I have to teach the class, right? There is no PDF available in case you ask me, and it is not allowed because it's a registered copy, right? Copyright issue. Yes, Pianchi. Whatever I write, whatever my bad writing is there, it will be available for you in the basically for your notes will be yours property. But yeah, for PPP, PDF or anything, that is not I say. You can always access the ACCA Study Hub. Now, let me just show you one book basically. This is the first chapter of basically Study Hub. They will first of all give you an introduction, what you are supposed to cover. And this is something we are going to cover. Type of businesses, sole trader, partnership, limited liability company, definitions. And you can also rate your confidence here. Let's say you find this topic easy, you find this topic easy, you find this topic difficult. Okay. And you find this topic also difficult. Then later on, what this will do, once you come back, you can see, okay, what are the topics you were confident about? So you don't need to spend time again. And what basically topics were difficult for you. So now you need to spend time on topics that always were weak for you. So always do the smart study. What is already strong for you? Why you are repairing that again? Why you're preparing that again? It's much better to focus on the areas which are weak for you. Identify those and highlight. So this is one of the best thing about this ACCA video. Second, you can always highlight anything you want. You can use a calculator online that is available. And you can also include notes. If let's say you want to include something here, and these notes will be available for you for future references. Whenever you want to see, okay, what was your notes given here, right? So these facilities are available. There are examples. It's a very good basically platform because it's an online platform, and sometimes it creates issues to access this in online class. Let's say one day ACCA website is down, then we have to stop studying it. That's why I don't cover it in the class. Okay, because online access, we require always 24/7 internet connectivity, and sometimes it happens that ACCA websites are down. For those days, we cannot stop studying. That's why I'll teach from the BPP book. You can decide which book you want to cover. Now coming to the question part. After the basically every chapter, there is a summary given. Okay, that what part of the syllabus here they have covered and what is the summary, and then they can take a quiz. And this is something I will always do. But the chapter we are going right now, basically every chapter has a 5 quiz exams. Go to the summary and exam and select the quiz. Okay, and then start. You can see a timer is running. This is the type of question you will see. This is a multi-choice question. Select one option. Let's say select the question is asking one of the options. Select this one. Which are the mostly like okay, one option. Okay, every question here is one option. So I'm not right now reading it. I'm just selecting one. Let's see what is my luck. So out of 5, I have selected basically options randomly. And now you can see, even I selected something randomly, one of my option was correct. One of my option was correct. It will tell you now, you can review your answer. Basically, what was the answer, what was incorrect. There is an explanation. So this will be really, really good for you. You can understand the concepts by practicing question. Now done. And you can see, even if I didn't know, I selected one option and I still basically scored in that option. So that means if you're in exam, please don't forget to choose option. If you're confused, select anyone. Let it be on the luck. But attempt 100% exam. 100% exam is must for every student. Nobody will leave any question. There is no negative marking. So please complete 100% exam in the basically 100% exam questions. Don't leave any question in the exam because there are still chances you will get the marks. Definitely, I want you to solve the questions correctly. But even if you are confused, do not leave it because you are panicking. Select anyone, select any. There are still chances to get score. You can see I scored 20%. So those 20% can help you in your exam. Now, this is the chapter quiz exam. I hope everybody is clear. Any questions so far? Yes, please cover all these quiz questions, all these practice questions that I'm about to tell you. If you are not clear with the concept or you are doubtful about your concept clarity in the accounting subject, please go through these exams. Do not, if you don't want to go through this basically content, don't go through this. But please go through the quiz exam and practice questions which I'm going to teach. So chapters are given on the left hand side, then quiz are basically covered on in the chapter itself, which you can cover or basically go in the left section. For every chapter, there is a 5 quiz questions. Then there is a practice questions. Practice questions is further question practice, and these are not just 5. 19, 29, 41, 8. You can see various questions. And please, if you want to clear FA subject or any other subject, let's say at knowledge level especially, please cover all those questions. Now, this question honors is on you guys, whether you practice it in real life or not. It's on you. Any query in these questions, it is my honors. I will be responsible for clarifying your queries. Let's say I practice questions. I'm practicing. This is a very good type of question. What is true? What is false? Okay, true, false question. I just confirm. And some of them were correct, some of them incorrect. In this case, what has happened? In this case, I will get 0 marks. Next question. Okay, one of the options, let's select. Okay, let's see what was the answer of that. Oh, it was correct. Very good. Again, advantages, disadvantages. Let's see whether it was correct. Oh, some of correct, some of incorrect, but doesn't matter because I'll get 0 marks. This is a section 8 question. Very good. One option, two option. And this is a multi-responsive question. For one item, I have to select multi-response and then let's see whether I selected all. Now confirm. Okay. These are the type of question will come in exam. Let's say multi-choice questions. Let's see what was that answer. Almost all options were incorrect. So these are the type of questions that will be coming in exam. Please practice from here. Done practicing, you will see, you can review your answer just like that. So practice all the questions. You will see your progress here. You will see the number of questions you have. Definitely, if after completing the syllabus, you decide, okay, now I will basically practice every question after complete our syllabus, then you are making a terrible mistake. Please, once you complete a chapter, complete its relevant question. The time you complete a chapter, you should practice this question basically that time. Mark those questions that were tough for you so that next time you practice only on those questions. Study smart, study progressively. Because there are students who only practice, who only start studying after completing the syllabus. And trust me, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. Okay, don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Please use this practice questions, quiz exams for your further practice, for enhancing your concepts, for getting clarity. Because question practice is the only way you learn in ACCA exams. Concepts is good, but what if you are not able to apply in that case study? So study hub source is clear. Any question on the study hub part? Clear. This is also covered. No, this is not required at skill level. No, sorry, not covered. No doubt. Okay, one thing about the syllabus and then we'll take a break. I know I've been speaking for a long time. You guys must be tired. Just one thing. After this, we'll take a break. Okay, 15 minutes break will be available to you. Just one more. See. How to access it? Everything is clear, everybody? We are just going to start the financial accounting. This will be our first chapter, so which we will cover after the break. Come back to ACCA Study Hub. Yes, exemption. I'll just talk about exemption after the break. First of all, let's talk about the remaining part, the syllabus, and then I'll talk about the exemptions. Go to study support resources. Again, ACCA qualification, financial accounting, your subject. You guys should be familiar with ACCA website as much as you can. There are job opportunities, there are exam source available. So please go through this. This will be a very, very important site for your life journey. Come to the syllabus section. Let's say we are financial accounting. We have covered the study hub now. Come to the syllabus section. Whenever you feel, okay, what is the syllabus change? Go to this and select the attempt you are preparing for. If let's say you appear exam before September, so select this one. If you are appearing after the September, so please select this one. From 1st September, this syllabus will be applicable. Click on 2025 to 2026. This is the new syllabus we are all preparing for. This study hub guide tell you all about the syllabus, everything. Now, definitely, most of you will not read it, so I'll just discuss the relevant part. Basically, the introduction to the syllabus, what are the component covered, and how this subject is covered with connected with the other subjects. This financial accounting is connected with every other subject you know on the ACCA. It is connected with your basically financial reporting, directly connected as basically with the financial reporting at skill level. It is a base for your taxation. It is a base for your financial management. It is a base for your performance management. It is a base for auditing. I teach the audit subject. So I tell students that you should be clear with the financial accounting. It will be a base for your strategic business leadership. It will be a base for your basically as strategic business reporting. So it's a very, very important subject we are covering right now. And be glad that we will be covering one of the important concepts that sometimes I see skilled students don't have it, or sometimes even professional student level students don't cover it. Like inventory, like concepts of inventory, concepts of provisions, concepts of accrual. These are some of the concepts that sometimes I see students at professional level don't have a clarity. That is a very, very surprising. Now you will come here, you will see the syllabus, basically the area that you are supposed to cover. Okay, reconciliations, trial balance, financial statement, consolidated financial statements, parent subsidiary, those who know, recording transition, double entry system, and then a detailed guide about each syllabus. I know most of you will not cover it because you will not go through this, what are the syllabus content. So don't worry, I'll not go and bore you with that because we will cover the syllabus, and once we are back on this page, everything will be clear. But today everything is new to you, so it is just a gibberish language. So don't worry, we are not going to cover this. What we are going to cover after the syllabus, detailed syllabus guide, there is a section that is important. And this is the summary of changes. This is a most important basically section of this. Whenever you are appearing for exam, go to any of the subject syllabus and see this section, see the summary of changes in syllabus. When you see the summary of changes, this is what will be given. This is basically, these changes are not very important. This is just a change in the name. Let's say trade payable is now called payables. Okay. Ordinary shares are called ordinary equity shares. Okay. IS to inventory is called IFRS accounting standard. So these are not very, very important things. If these are name changes convention, not doesn't matter much because you're not writing here anything. Okay, so these changes are very, very relevant for us as a teacher, for you as a student, these changes are not. What is relevant to you is here. There have been some minor changes. So these changes are considered by ACCA minor, meaning these changes will not be much relevant for your basically change in the book. If you are using previous book, so these changes will be considered minor. You just should know what are the new changes. Other than that, this is not relevant much. IFRS 18 has been introduced. What is IFRS? What it is basically, what introduction is, which we will discuss in the today's class or maybe next class. IS presentation 1 has been replaced with IFRS. Okay, so there is IFRS 18, there is IS 1. So IS 1 is now gone and IFRS 18 has been introduced. The format for all financial statement, including statement of cash flow, will now examinable and IS 1 is no longer examinable. So what it is saying that IFRS 18 is now will be part of syllabus. IS 1 will not be. What it is, I don't know. So don't worry. This is something we will cover in the class. Management defined performance measurement will not be examined at this level. Okay. So basically something in IFRS 18, we will cover it later on. There have been minor wording changes, which we just saw. So other than IFRS 18 financial statement format, nothing is major. And because we are in the class, we will cover the format. So you guys are good to go using your IFR, basically previous year book, because there are very small changes. But I would definitely recommend to buy new basically book so that whenever you require referring to the new format, you don't have to refer your friend or you don't have to search for PDF. That is why I always recommend always buy the new books, but it is your decision if you want to save some money. But remember that money is your investment. But definitely if you have financial constraint, then it is on you. So next time, if you want that, okay, whether there will be a syllabus change, so please just refer that. The wording will be given to you whether the changes are minor or major. Changes are minor or major. This will be already given to you. And list of changes. Don't get overwhelmed with these many changes. These are just wordplay, nothing else. You can see trade payable is just trading payable and in multiple sections. What are these sections? What are these sections? Let's say this is section I, this is section, let's say H. So whenever there was a trade payable, it has been now replaced to payable. Very, very simple change, not a significant change here. So you can see these are the changes applicable and you don't need to worry about. Clear, everyone? So if your friend, family, your basically mentor, including me, anybody saying there are significant changes, you should always buy new things, you should buy new course, just come here and check source. This is your source, valid source. You can just come here and cross verify. ACCA Study Hub. ACCA Study Hub, students, select the subject, select the syllabus, and you will see the changes here. Summary changes just for student purpose. Clear, everyone? Next time, I hope you will tell me whether a syllabus has changed or not. Both. Your name is right now showing HP. Can you tell me your full name? You can send me a personal message. I'm not, I won't call you HP in the class, definitely. Yeah, if you have registered with VGLD, definitely Rohila, they will provide you the registration number. Clear, everyone, about the syllabus change, where you can access it, what are your current syllabus, what things you are supposed to know, and what are the changes from the previous syllabus. Oh, Kunal. Okay, Kunal. Any question, guys? Everything clear? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'll cover it. Your one of the question is exemption, which I will cover it. And some basically introduction to the new ACCA syllabus. Some of the changes about the new syllabus, some of the basically guidance for the exemptions. Exemption is something that I want to cover because there is so much hodgepodge going on in the students right now. So after the break, we'll cover that and we'll start our basically first chapter. Apologies to those who basically joined the class only for the chapter number 1. Please, this was an orientation class. I had to cover for students because there are students who will have these doubts carried on. I know you guys are old now, but remember the days when you were old. So if you found it boring, like I told you, please take a walk. I hope it was useful for some of you that you found it basically the orientation very useful, because these are the queries that you carry on even at professional level. You keep asking others I don't want that. I want every concept to be clear with you from the day one. Was it okay? I hope it was fine for everyone. Okay. Even if it is useful for some of the student, it is still fine. Thanks, Dia, for replying. Thank you, Diksha. Thank you, Palak. So let's take a 15-minute break. Now I have bored you enough. Let's take a 15-minute break. Today we'll have only one break. Normally I give 10 minutes to break. Today we'll have 1 minute, 15-minute break. Because we were just covering the orientation. Now after this, we'll just cover the exemption question and the changes syllabus question. And any other question you have, do let me know. Then we'll start again. Okay. So I'll see you after the break. 15-minute break. See you after the break. And also in the meantime, if you have any feedback, let's say, please sir, slow down, please basically cover this thing as well. Do let me know. I'll cover that. Okay. I'm glad. So let's take a 15-minute break. I'll be back. Please confirm. I'll be back. Am I audible? Screen is sharing. I am visible. Do I say yes? Diksha saying yes. I'm saying yes. Indira saying yes. Risha saying yes. Rohila saying yes. Somil saying yes. Okay. Yanshi, Yash, Visais, Sweta. Thanks for confirming, guys. Kanishka saying yes. Basically, you guys keep, chatting, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. Sometimes it happens in the class that I'm taking a class, and sometimes there is a batch that don't like to reply. And half of the time I'm feeling that okay, I'm teaching to myself, whether this concept is clear to me. So thanks for helping me. Okay, Naga saying yes, Ishika saying yes. Thank you so much. Now, one thing I want to cover right now is about one of the new qualifications. Let's cover the qualification and I'll talk about the exemption. This is a new basically qualification that ACCA has introduced. The purpose is nothing. Basically, these changes happen every 5 to 10 years. So it's not new. Every 5 to 10 years, syllabus changes. So don't worry if it is not a new thing that is happening in your time. Every 5 to 10 years, every institute overhauls its basically examination pattern. Okay, examination pattern, number of exams, basically their overall structure. Small syllabus changes happen on yearly basis, and then sometimes a structural change happen. So this time what you are witnessing is a structural change. This is a accountancy redefined. This is a structural change. You can watch this video. Okay. Where is this? This video work. Sure, it's not me. Poor internet. Okay, it's not playing. No worries, no worries. So what you can do, you can basically come here and basically read about it. What's the changes? So you just click on here. Let's see what the changes are. And basically a summary will be given to you. Okay, what are the changes? I'm just looking for the ones clear scriptures. View that, download our info. So this is the summary changes if I talk about. Now there are knowledge, expertise, and professional strategic professional. So what happened earlier? There used to be 3 levels. Right now, what we know is that the knowledge level, skill level, and professional level. This will be converted into knowledge level will remain as is. Expert level, skill level will call expertise, and strategic professional. This is first of all, you might say this is a name change. Okay, I agree. Then knowledge level will have 3 exams, just like previous one. But with financial accounting and management accounting, the syllabus of business technology will change. Business technology will no more there. There will be a business law. Earlier, law was basically a skill level subject, which is basically a corporate law, international law, whatever subject you take. This was basically the corporate and international law. Now this basically law will be converted into a business law. So some of the guesses is that BT is completely removed, only law will be taught. Some of the guesses is that business technology will merge with the basically company law. What is the exact change? We don't know yet. Why? Because ACCA has just given the structural change. The detailed syllabus is not known yet. So if anybody says, okay, this chapter is removed, this syllabus is removed, this is added, all they are doing is rubbish. Nobody knows right now. So please be careful with, rumors. And somebody trying to sell your course, what you are right now studying from this teacher, study from this teacher with the latest course, with the latest this. All this is just a fancy, basically, gimmick course. Don't get into that. Basically, what you are studying is more than enough. Okay. Second, expertise level. Right now, skill level, there are 6 exams. Now it will be 5. What are those 5? Basically, tax. We have that. Financial reporting. We have that. Audit. We have that. Financial management. We have that, which is financial and investment. And performance, PM. We have that. Now, the name of the basically these subjects have changed a little bit. Taxation is taxation. Financial reporting is financial reporting. Audit has converted from audit and assurance to audit, risk and control. And financial management has converted into financial investment, performance data analytics. Definitely, there will be some addition, deletion in the syllabus as well. So don't worry, this is just a syllabus change, just like a regular year change. There will be some syllabus changes. The overall structure is same. Then there will be a strategic level. Right now, there are 4 papers you are supposed to do. 2 mandatory, 2 optional. Total, there are 6 papers in strategic level. 2 mandatory are SBR and SBL. Okay, and 4 optional. And our 4 optional, basically you have to give 2 of them. 4 optionals are taxation, advanced audit, basically advanced financial management. This is one of the subject I scored the rank, and basically advanced law. Now this has been changed. ACCA said no, these 4 options. Now you don't have to give basically 2 papers. Now you only have to give 1 paper. And that 1 paper will be coming out of 5 options. What are those 5 options? If we zoom in, 1 is audit assurance, 1 is corporate finance. Basically, the advanced financial management has come into corporate finance. Audit assurance is there. 1 is data science professional. Data science. This is the key highlight of the change. If you want to ask me what is the key change, nothing that, okay, subject is added, subject is no. This is the key highlight, data science. Performance and insight, basically APM. Sorry, this was not law, APM. Advanced performance management. Okay. And taxation advisor. ACCA has said, now with these 2 compulsory subjects, you will need to adopt 1. And this change is mainly because of the AI, because of the data, big data analysis, because of the data analytics, big data change or AI. When you study basically business technology, especially from me, I discuss this AI and big data also. So these basically changes are with the current global requirement. We guys can use the AI. Okay, even as a student, I would recommend you to use AI. When you get stuck into a question, before coming to me, just check your answer within AI and see if that makes sense. Please always remember, AI has some data quality issue. AI is just basically basically a machine that answers you based on the data, and that data could have a quality issue. AI is trained based on the internet data. So if internet has a wrong answer, AI will also give a wrong answer. AI is a human-based language generative basically model. In the first time history that we can just simply use a human language and talk with machine. Earlier, we need to use the coding language. Now we don't need that. We can simply talk with the machine using the human language. This is the first time it is possible. You can use Hindi, Marathi, you can use English, any language you are interested in, and AI will be able to translate, convert, and basically discuss with you. AI has those limitations, AI has benefit. That is why this subject has been introduced, data science professional. Once it is introduced, once you are at professional level, my highly recommendation is go with that data science professional. Basically, ACCA wants you, and I know majority of the students will be going with that subject. One subject only, and definitely data science will be high. What will be the content of the syllabus? We don't know, but yes, this will make ACCA more into technological department. And this will be a very, very good change, according to me. Some of the other changes that you can see. Now, once you clear your knowledge level, you will be called a responsible business management, digital tech innovation, and ethical sustainable. These are some of the employability modules that have been ordered. Employability module, that is a new change. Employability module. This is a very, very good change that every level you clear, you will be covered with a employability module. This module will be just a presentation of PPT, but it will give you some practical insights. And I can tell you, ACCA presentations are very, very good. I have seen them. So I can say this employability module will be a very good change, will help you basically navigate what you will be expected to do in the job, or give you some insights or training for the job related. This will be online definitely. ACCA don't do anything offline. Most of this will be on. Now, this is the level you will be called. If you are basically from a knowledge level, you'll be covered a higher diploma in accounting and business. You will be called an advanced diploma in business accounting if you cover the expert levels and ACCA qualification and professional accounting. You also have an option to clear BSc. Some students cover BSc with the ACCA. What is BSc? Please check ACCA website. This is basically London University certificate that you can get. Previously, it was worth it. Right now, I don't think it is worth it. I don't have any say because previously the fees was hardly £500. Now it has shot up to £4,000. So I don't think this is worth anymore. I don't think anybody would try it. But even if you're interested in getting a London certificate, then please try to do that with £4,000. This was actually very expensive. When I saw the fees, I was not able to believe it. Basically, recently the institute that used to provide it has changed. One was basically Oxford University. Now it has changed to London University. So the fees have shot up the cost. Final thing, if you become, let's say, from old course or new course, there are 3 requirements to become an ACCA member. One is 13 exams, which you are already doing it. You clear 13 exams. Okay. Then you basically have to cover an ethical module. Right now, this is ethical module, which I think will be replaced with this employability module. We are not sure right now, but this is what I believe will be the new change. Ethical module will not be there. There will be employability module. And then finally, basically this ethical module right now is a 20-hour course. You will pay 7,000 something, 7K. I paid 7,000 my time. Maybe exchange rate has shot up. This will be basically 7,000 something. This will be available to you all your lifetime. And then finally, your basically 3-year practical experience training, practical experience. If you work for 3 years and then you get a 3-year experience in financial accounting, taxation, auditing, if it is related to finance domain in any way, you will get this 3-year period training. You can do it before starting ACCA. You can do it after completing your syllabus. ACCA is highly flexible course. The best thing about ACCA, it is highly flexible, so you can do it anytime. And with that, you become ACCA member. Okay. To basically with the 2027, instead of this ethical module, you will be required to do these modules as per your. Once you clear it, only then you will be becoming an ACCA member. Without which you will not be becoming ACCA member. 3-year PR requirement, you can do it under ACCA, you can do it under CA, you can even do it MBA. If you do it under MBA, so please remember somebody need to sign your certificate and that person should be chartered. Let's say CA, CFA, CPA, anybody. Okay, those people need to be basically signing your certificate. Let's say this person is your employer and this person is the auditor of the company or their friend. If they can sign it for you, then you can work under MBA as well. So no issue with that. Even myself, I have worked under an MBA and my basically paper was signed by a different CA. As long as that CA agrees with this MBA that yes, this person has worked for 3 years and it was in the finance domain, your paper can be signed. This is all about the basically requirement of becoming ACCA member. Now I will cover the exemption. Let me know any query before that. No, this is just a PPT presentation of 20 hours. Just simple 10 question, hardly any, but it is not very difficult. Okay, Shan? And it may be once you become ACCA by 2027, you will be doing this ethical model, this one model, ethical leadership model instead of the current ethical model. And you can do it right now. You can do it today, you can do it afterward, whatever you basically do. At skill level and professional level, I always recommend students to do it before. Let me tell you about myself. I completed my ACCA, only then I started ethical model. So you don't need ethical model for your exam clarity or exam passing. But yes, people who complete the ACCA ethical module before completing the exam, definitely their passing percentage increases by 20%. Meaning they have a better understanding of concepts, so their chances of passing increases. That is the only thing. But you can see I scored rank, I cleared ACCA without completing ethical module. So totally your call. You feel it is not right now worth investing, you can do it later on. Your call. Yes, according to you, what syllabus they will add in the performance with data analysis and data science? Basically, data science, coding, and understanding of AI. It will be a good concept. Basically, right now we have to do separate courses for data sciences as an ACCA, as a chartered, but definitely it will be useful. So the changes applied from 2027 or no, 2027 September onwards. First change will be there, Priyanshi. Okay. So don't worry if you are not able to cover it. So as a member, think about me. I have already covered my ACCA. Now, does that mean that I will become relevant? If any student has any doubt now, what if we pass in 2026, we become ACCA? What changes come in 2027? We will be not useful that time. Then think about me, guys. Am I not useful to you? Should I quit my job because I'm not covering in the new syllabus? So please don't go and get such stupid doubts. You becoming ACCA as soon as possible should be a priority, not waiting for the changes. Okay, so please do not defer your basically paper just because you basically want to cover the new syllabus. New course will be available even after you becoming ACCA. You want to cover a science subject, you can cover it after becoming. Do you think I will not cover it just because I become ACCA member? ACCA or any chartered professional, let me tell you, any practice at say, doctor, lawyer, CA, scientist, any practice you go into, we have to constantly learn, constantly learn. We do not stop studying after completing the degree. We keep learning it. It's just that learning becomes a habit of life, so it doesn't bother us after completing degree. Because we start earning from it now, so that's why it doesn't bother us now. Okay, any doubt? Final thing I will take up assumptions. And one more thing I forgot to add. You can cover 3-year training in the current syllabus. In the new syllabus, there will be a 6-month exemption if you use this employability module. This employability module, now, if you cover this, there will be a 6-month exemption. You can complete your training of let's say 6 months, 2 year and 6 months, and then you complete the module, it will be counted 3 years. But just one thing, if you get into practice of UK or any specific country in Europe, remember that in this case, you have to complete 3-year training. This employability module will not be considered 3-year training if you want to get into practice in the UK or in the UK. Which I don't think is an issue because it's not like after you complete 2.6 months and then you leave your job. You stop working in finance. You will work 3 years anyway. So 6-month module is just to, get your 3-year requirement easily, but it's not, a hurdle, I think. It is just an addition, nothing like a hurdle. So I have covered the new syllabus. You guys clear? Any doubt? But they are asked, but if skill level is not complete by 27, then what will happen? That is a very valid question, Dia. Let's say you are in between by 2027. You are in between. You are at skill level or you are at professional level. And you have covered one subject or some of the subjects. Some subjects left. What will happen? ACCA will give a transition guideline. And this transition guideline will be benefiting students only. Don't worry. They will not give a transition guideline that will not be beneficial to you. If you have covered existing subjects, so credit will be given to you so that you don't have to cover those same subjects again. As you can see, currently there are 13 subjects and you have to cover 12 subjects only. So that means there will be no disadvantage to you at any point of time. Okay? If let's say my guess is you have covered 2 professional level exams and one exam of, let's say, any of the 4 options. And by that time 2027 rules. Then what will happen? In that case, maybe you will automatically become a member. Okay, this could happen. ACCA will only benefit student. It will not take any disadvantage on us. Maybe you are supposed to do ethical module at max, but not any more exam. Okay. So transition will be there. Credits will be given for your existing coverage. Do not worry. Like I said, your priority should be covering ACCA as soon as possible. Get that degree, guys. Get that degree. Get this chartered degree as soon as possible, because there is a huge finance world, huge job world that is waiting for you. Okay, that we will discuss it. No, not increase. That is what I'm saying. You will get the benefit, and it's not like you are transiting from 13 exam to 12 exam. Definitely there will be a reduction there, right? So no addition adding, just basically reduction only. That is why I said it will be in your favor only. Nothing basically something that you have to, add. There'll be no additional service. Okay? Any question? Now, last topic, exemption, and after that we'll start the class. Some students are, saying, okay, I'll not take the class from this teacher again. Exemptions. Very serious topic, so please everybody pay attention. ACCA offers you, basically there are 13 exams right now. In future there'll be 12 exams. In those 13 exams, ACCA gives you exemption based on your past studies. ACCA says if you have basically past, experience, let's say you are a graduate, you are a CA student who have basically covered their intermediate level, or let's say you are working for, let's say, 4 years, something like that. So let us give you some advantage, because now I don't think a commerce student who have worked, who have completed graduation, or who have already studied the same syllabus at skill level. So why we need to tell them, okay, cover FA, cover BT, cover MA? Why to start from zero? That is why some exemptions have been given. Let's say for me, I was a CA final student. For some reason, I could not complete my CA because I had to switch to a job because of some issues. So at that time, I was not able to complete my CA. But now, if I come to ACCA, why I switch to ACCA? Now, do I come to ACCA? Do I have to start from zero? Answer was no. ACCA have given me skill level exemption, but I did not take the skill level exemption. Some of the exams I had given, and I scored rank there also. And professional level, basically exams I had to give. So ACCA tells you that till skill level, we can give you some exemptions, and for professional level, just apply for 4 exams. If you are a CA, you just need to apply for professional exam. Because we don't need to teach you the basics again, because we know that you already know about them, and that is the exemption. Now the problem. Some students just start their BCom honors from some college. They are in the first year. And there is an exemption rule, which is highly criticized by ACCA member, including myself. I get it why ACCA is doing it, but this is highly criticized by many, including myself. Exemption route of 9 papers. That you are basically starting your first year of college, and from the first year of college, you will get a 9-year exemption. After you completed 3 years of syllabus, now you will just need to appear for professional exams. And according to me and according to many fellow professionals, this is a worst rule. Why? Student who have completed their CA final, or student who have, let's say, prior experience, they are already graduate, they are working. We can understand giving them 7 to 8 to 9 exemptions. That is understandable, because those people are already clear with those concepts. But I definitely say, please cover your skill level no matter what level you are, but please cover the skill level. Skill level is very, very good for ACCA. It is a foundation. Those 5 subjects are foundation pillar. Unless you are into practice, you have done training, you have done the work there, I will say, please go through those subjects. The idea is that the student who have just introduced to the commerce world, you are giving them exemption. Your idea, what ACCA is saying, that in 3 years, student will cover the BCom honors. So they will have the all 5 subjects understanding. They will know tax, they will know audit, they will know basically corporate law, they will know financial reporting, they will know basically costing, performance management. So we don't need to worry about it, and then student will be a very professional level. For me, this is not acceptable. Why? Because tell me how many you see sincerely doing their BCom honors. ACCA is a professional level exam. The level you will get in the professional level, will you get the same level in the graduation? Maybe some concepts you will study there and there also. But the preparation and the exam mindset will be same as of the ACCA professional level. So this is the highly criticized area. My personal recommendation is please don't take this route. This is a worst type of route because your fundamental concepts of tax, of FR, financial reporting, financial management, performance management, audit, these are the pillar, guys. These are the pillar of your financing. Definitely you'll get into audit. Maybe definitely you'll get into reporting. Definitely you'll get into financing, taxation, performance management. Only one of the 8 stream you will be practicing in your entire life. That is how professionals work. They only practice in one profession. But if you don't have knowledge of other, you will not be a good professional. If you're working in the taxation and let's say you have no idea about audit, then how you are going to practice? You have to deal with multiple clients. How you're going to engage that? If you are into audit and let's say you have no idea about taxation, how will you audit? This is very disappointing. If you, because I know how students pass the college exam. Some of you will be sincere, but those who are sincere, just see your friends, how they cover their BCom or BCom honors. So this exemption route is worst. But let's say again, I'm not judging anybody. Let's say you use the exemption route because of the financial issue or because of fear of failure. In that case, my sincere request is please cover these subjects anyway. If you take the exemption route, please cover these subjects anyway. Without exam, definitely the motivation to cover them will be less. You will not study sincerely, but some students try. Some students take the exemption of knowledge level, they go for a skill level. Some students take the exemption of skill level and then go for the professional. The purpose is they save time, save cost. Save cost will not be basically much beneficial because every exemption you have to pay a fee. It is not free of cost. It is a charge you still for the exams that you have taken exemption. So saving cost is not a time, basically just a saving time. But be a good professional, read them subject anyway. Please spend 1 or 2 months on each subject that you take exemption of. Highly criticized ACCA professional are those who have no knowledge of tax. Shouldn't take exemption in tax, and this is so disappointing. Do not take exemption in tax, or if you take exemption in tax, please read taxation. Many ACCA students have been called for not knowing tax, and ACCA get a basically a hit on this. ACCA brand gets a hit that ACCA students don't know anything. ACCAs don't know anything because of this stupidity. Clear? Exemption queries? Somil, for this, you can check with the VG learning team. They will help you with the exemption if it is any available to you. Okay. Those who have, see, I will make sure that if you cover the foundation with me, I will tell you that why this was a good decision. Definitely, see, it is my bread and butter. Teaching you is my bread and butter. So I will always promote, okay, take classes. I will always promote, okay, please don't take exemption. You can see there is a conflict of interest. I have my financial interest, so definitely I will promote this. So you can clearly see this. Okay. So there is a conflict of interest. Let me be transparent about it. That okay, because I'm earning, I will say, yeah, please take classes. But no, even if I'm not earning from it, I will say, don't study from me, study from somebody else, or don't take online classes, do self-study. But please study. This is a sincere. Studying is important. If you take easy route, definitely there will be repercussions. Those students who cover BCom route, this exemption route, once you get into professional level, how do you plan to play professional level without foundation knowledge? What if you get stuck here for 3 to 4 years? Do you think this is a joke? So please study. Exam is the only way that you are forced to study. Who likes to study? I'll be honest, I don't like studying. Basically, I don't like studying. Honestly, I don't like it. Study is the most boring thing of my life. I study because I earn from it. You study because you want to create career out of it. Why? Because if you clear exams, then only we know that okay, you have the clarity. You clear exams means you have clarity on that subject. You clear ACCA, that means you have clarity on the finance. But if you clear ACCA through this route, it will be difficult. Honestly, it will be difficult. I'm not saying about employability issue. Employability is a different matter altogether, but definitely this will be a challenge to you. I hope I was sincerely able to and honestly able to clear it. I disclose my self-interest here also. So please, maybe I'm just manipulating you. Be consideration of that. It's just that I want you to study sincerely. That's why I disclose. Basically, I disclose it properly. Some teachers just take strong stance, don't take exemption. I don't say that don't take exemption. Take exemption. But please be sincere about it. Understand what you don't know and try to take effort of it. Because I know students have issues. I am not no one to judge you. You know your situation well. So me saying don't take exemption is stupid of me because I don't know your scenario. But what I know is you are supposed to cover that. This is not an excuse. You taking exemption can be understandable, but you not studying them is not understandable. It's not an excuse. Clear? I hope I was able to clarify this doubt. Any doubt, any question, do let me know. Now, finally, we are starting our subject. So sorry for students who was waiting for like 2 hours now. I know. My apologies. It was the first class, so I hope you don't basically take it hard on me. Okay, just first class. It was orientation. Come on. Okay, no, exemption is fine, Viraj, if you want to take exemption. But please understand the repercussions of it. If let's say you don't take exemptions, and you got failed. Now, who will you blame to? Me? Definitely. That okay, you were the one, now I cannot even clear the exam. That is why decide what you want to. Failing now, definitely, just because you want to fail, so you take the exemption, that is not an acceptable reason. But I'm not judging anyone. I'm accepting everyone. Okay, there could be a scenario where student has too much fear. Student is clear with the concept, but they have a fear of exams. But again, ask yourself, if you have a fear of giving exam, then what will you do in the real life? In real life, every day you get checked. Every day you get judged. And real life is much tougher than the exam life. So that is why we should give exam. But if let's say you fail, then you should be considerate of why you're doing it. It's your decision. I'm definitely strongly trying to influence you to take exams. But ultimately it should be your decision because you should be responsible for your decision. You can blame anyone. If somebody hit me on the car, I can blame that person who have hit me with the car. But it is my life to, going forward, my responsibility is towards me. My responsibility is that I take care of myself. I cannot pass this responsibility to somebody else. That is the same thing you're supposed to do. Okay, guys? So this was the FA orientation. I hope you got some insights about ACCA, some of the doubts that you carry on. And now this is it for the ACCA orientation. Now we will start our syllabus. Okay. Chapter number 1. Give yourself a 2-minute breather. Give yourself a power break and drink water. I do drink water. I would recommend you to drink water. Basically, a good amount of water should be basically drink throughout the day. I drink at least 2 to 3 bottles when I'm teaching. Exercising, just doing 2 to 3 push-ups, squats daily, and drinking water is the best thing you can do for yourself. I'm not saying join gym. It is your call if you have time to join the gym or yoga classes. But yes, we should do at least push-ups, at least some squats, or at least some pull-ups through basically our wall or something that can help our basically blood flow circulation. And drinking water. It's not like you should drink bulk water. Sip water in a small quantity. Keep your brain functioning. And just to appreciate you guys do more tough job than me. I'm speaking. So I can speak for as many time as much I want. I like to speak, you can see. But you guys, you are listening. You are at receiver end. And that's why your job becomes difficult. You basically, some of the time you get distracted. And today, because of this thing, we can get easily distracted. Half of your time you will be, going through scroll, going through your game because you don't find lecture interesting. So distraction is very, very easy. So when I'm discussing concepts, at that time I would just request that try to bring your basically your focus in the class. At the time when I'm talking rubbish like this, you can basically distract us. Free to do that. But when I'm discussing concepts, please try to bring that. Okay, that is how we should try to basically study. Okay, chapter number 1 coming through. So today it will be an introduction chapter. Definitely will not finish the chapter 1. Tomorrow we'll finish it. Chapter number 1, which we are going to cover from the book. This was about orientation. I think I can. Just skip it. Anything else left here? Examiner's finder, change. Okay, remote versus this, not required. Test exam is left. We will see how we will do the testing and mock test. We will cover it later on. I think this is not enough for today. We'll cover any other thing, let's say mock test or other queries. We'll cover it during the classes. Okay, so chapter number 1. Let's go to the chapter number 1, Introduction to Accounting. There are two things I'm interested in covering today. One is type of businesses, and another thing, IFRS. This is your chapter number 2. So whatever topic I cover, please go to the relevant top chapter and basically study that topic so that at least you are clear with this. Introduction to accounting. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Introduction to accounting. This is basically the part of thing we are going to record. What is recording, summarizing, what is financial accounting, sole trader, basically partnership, limited liability. Today with this class, I want you to have a crystal clarity of what is a sole trader, what is a partnership, what is a limited liability. And then we'll see what else we can cover. Then I'll cover the financial accounting versus management accounting, how financial accounting is different from the management accounting, and basically how IFRS, what is IFRS? What is the standard accounting standard? I have heard something like Indias in India. I have heard something like IFRS. I have heard something like IAS. And sometimes I also heard about ISAs. What are these things? What is the standard? Why we basically need to study that? So we will discuss all that. What is the SOFP? What is SPL? Statement changes equity, cash flow statement, asset, liability, income, expenses, etc., which we are going to cover in this chapter. And next chapter, regulatory framework. Basically, what is this bodies? IFRS Foundation, IGSB. What is IFAC body? What is all this? So we will cover these two chapters mainly as a starting point to get some clarity. And definitely these are examinable. So when we study sincerely. And we will throw some of the questions as a practice to understand. Okay. So let's start the financial accounting and type of business. Before I start the financial accounting, let's start with a simple topic, type of businesses. One is sole trader. This is also called as entrepreneurship. One is partnership. In partnership, there are two categories. Normal, unlimited, normal partnership, a partnership firm, and one is LLP. And finally, there is a company. These are three types of business. Let's say you want to do your business. Then these are three categories of business you can do one. You can carry yours on a sole trader, you can carry yours on a partnership firm, and you can carry yours on a company. Vishal, we are going to learn financial accounting. Let's say I have heard in financial accounting, we do journal entries, we do trial balances. I have done financial accounting in my basically account, my 11th and 12th classes. In my 11th and 12th classes, there was a trial balance, there was a journal entry, there was a journal ledger. We used to prepare P&L account, we used to prepare balance sheet, so on and so forth. Why you are teaching this business things? This is not a business technology class. Why are you teaching this? Remember, a good financial accountant is one financial accountant is one who understand business. See, financial accounting is just a records of past. Remember this. Financial accounting is just a records of past. What has happened? What has happened in past? Whether you make purchase, whether you make sale, whether you own something or whether you owed something. Own means assets, owed means liability. Whether there was a profit, whether there was a loss. All these are historical documents. So it is a record or a document of past. And what is the past of the business? So a good financial accounting person is the one who can read financial statements. Some of you are familiar with the balance sheet. Some of you are familiar with the P&L, profit and loss, cash flow statement, etc. etc. We will cover them in detail here. So those who understand business can read the financial statement. If I just look at the past record, I can tell whether this company is good, whether this company is bad, whether this business is good, whether this business is bad. Just reading. For that, you need to have an understanding of the business and how businesses are run. Remember, from day one, I will tell you that business is basically simple. If you are doing a commercial business, remember, I'm talking about commercial business because 90% time we deal with the commercial business. Business is simply sell more, buy or manufacture less. Let's say my selling price is 120, my cost is 100. I made a profit of 20 and this is my business. Business is nothing else. Buying less, selling more. Buying at less price, selling at more price. Manufacturing at less price, selling at more price. This is the crux of business. This is the simplest definition you will ever read. So if I understand what I sell, when I sell, how I sell, what price I sell, and if I understand how I buy it, when I buy it, what is the price I pay for it, then I understand the business. Then there are structures that I can basically do businesses in as a sole trader, as a partnership, as a company. Everything has a different set of account. The form that I choose to do business, the form, these are forms. These all are forms. Basically, this is a form of doing business. How I decide to do the business. How I shape myself. Do I shape myself as a sole trader? Do I shape myself as a partnership? Do I shape myself as a company? That will basically change the set of accounting right now. Change the set of accounting right now. So that is why we are learning this. Everything clear so far? Let me know. Everything clear so far? Then I'll start discussing the accounting. This is the background of basically accounting. To do the accounting, you need to have an understanding of business. So I always recommend start with these two subjects, BT and FA. Start FA, then BT. Start BT, then FA. Because both of them complement each other. MA should be the last subject. If you start with MA, I will always recommend have prior knowledge. Let's say BCom honors graduation or any prior commerce knowledge, without which management accounting will not make sense. Okay? Good. So far? Now, let's understand the sole trader. Sole trader is very easy to understand. Basically, today I start as a sole individual. Let's say Vishal and associates, or Vishal Pal and sons, or Vishal Messers. I just take my name, or I just simply say Vishal. Because in sole individual business or sole trader business, me is equal to business. All my assets will be business assets. All my liability will be business. There is an entity concept. There is an entity concept in the business which you will understand. Entity concept covered in chapter number 3, which will not align with this statement. So chapter number 3, the entity concept. So wait for that. Then we will see business assets are business assets. My personal assets are different. This is the statement, but just for today's class, sole trader is where I am representing the business. There is an entity concept coming later on, so we'll discuss that. Today, I am more interested in discussing the company. So if I basically exclude this entity concept, which we will discuss in chapter number 3 later on. Sole trader is the business. Basically, sole trader is the one. As a sole trader, this is normally done. Sole trader is normally done for small businesses, very, very small businesses. Let's say you go to a shop, you can see the shop owner, and surprisingly, shop owner is the employee of the company. If let's say there is a loss to the shop owner, it will be their personal loss. And let's say if anybody, there is a liability, let's say there is a loan that shop owner has to pay. Then if let's say total assets of the shop as a shop owner, how many assets you have? What are the assets? Things that you own. Let's say your car, your building, your home, your basically shop, every basically inventory there, everything that you basically own will be your asset. So everything you own will be your assets. Let's say their worth is right now 10 crore. Or let's say 10 lakh because it's a small business. 10 lakh or 20 lakh, whatever you want to do. All these assets will be the property of the sole trader. What happens if let's say their liability, they have taken a bank loan of 15 lakh. Yes, Priyansh. Yes. Priyesha, sorry. Basically, I'm coming to that. If let's say they take a 15 lakh loan, what will happen? If after selling all these 10 lakh asset, they are not able to pay this 15 lakh loan, so 5 lakh will be personally covered from the sole trader. Let's say asset, the shop owner, the shop value was 10 lakh. You sold 10 lakh and basically try to pay it to the bank. 5 lakh is remaining. Now bank can come to the sole trader and they can fetch their value from their personal assets. Let's say they can sell their home, they can sell their car, they can sell any asset, jewelry, any type of thing they have, and sole trader can come on road. They will be on the street if they are not able to pay this 5 lakh, or they will be into the jail if they are not able to pay. That's why business is very, very risky. Business is very, very risky. If you have a liability and you are unable to pay, in that case, what will happen? You will personally go to jail or your personal assets will be sold. There are business assets which, let's say, as a shop owner, your shop assets will be your business assets. This is basically the entity concepts, business assets. And your personal assets will be your personal. They will not part of the shop. What happens is, if there is a liability on the shop, and you are not able to pay this liability through the business assets, in that case, your personal assets will be detached. You will be basically selling your home, your car, your basically wealth, everything personally you own will be taken off from you unless you pay the liability full. Or otherwise, you'll go to the jail for not paying this. This is how basically sole business happens. So this is a business risky. That's why very few individuals do it. First of all, let's say you introduce 5 lakh in the business. Let's say 15 lakh in the business. This 15 lakh is your basically is your own money. Your basically business money. So first of all, risk of using this 15 lakh. Second, let's say if you have a liability of 20 lakh, 20 lakh liability. So excess 5 lakh will be paid from your basically personal money, not from your business money, but from your personal money. Because like Priyasha said, sole trader has unlimited liability. Sole trader represents the business. There is no separate legal identity. Sole trader is the one that is representing. If let's say sole trader dies, so the business dies. There is no continuation. Let's say sole trader's son now continue the business. Now son will be the new sole trader. If sole trader sell it to somebody else, in that case, this basically new person will be the new trader. I'm not talking about the brand name. Let's say this is Agrawal Associate. As an example, Agrawal Associate. And they sell it to somebody else. In that case, this Agrawal Associate will be the brand, but the sole trader will be switched off from the previous owner and a new business will be taking off. So sole trader is the person representing the business. Sole trader has unlimited liability. If any liability comes, they will be basically personally liable for it. And third thing, that sole trader, the moment sole trader dies, sole trader transfer the business, sole trader basically retires. In that case, business dissolves and a new business forms. Clear? And you can see in sole trader, they will be the one who will be managing mostly. Mostly, not always. They can have some employees, but their control level will be very high. Very, very high. Very, very high. Whatever they instruct to the employee has to do it. They are immediately involved in the business. Immediately involved in the business. That is the sole trader's job. Now, second, partnership. I'm talking about right now normal partnership, not LLP. LLP I will cover once we cover the company. Partnership. So what is partnership? Partnership is sole trader. Sole trader. Basically, two or more individual doing business together. Two or more individual doing business together. That is partnership. Meaning all feature of sole trader. All feature of sole trader. Just add people. This will basically become partnership. Now, normally partnership is governed by an act. Law. Act means law. So in India, there is a Indian Partnership Act. Oh, it is 2013. Oh, it has revised. Indian Partnership Act 2013. You are not supposed to remember that because we are not studying Indian basically studies. We are studying UK study. So there is a Partnership Act in UK as well. I forgot the year. Partnership Act of UK. So you follow that. What are the rules of that partnership? Very simple. Basically, it is always recommended that when you form a partnership, always create an agreement. Normally, partnership is governed by an agreement. If agreement is missing, then it will be governed by the partnership. That is simple. Partnership its act is not forcible. It is basically if agreement is missing. What will the agreement normally contain? Basically, profit sharing ratio. That how much profit will be given. Profit or loss. I should not say profit sharing, profit or loss sharing ratio. 50-50. Basically 70-30, 20, 30, 40, something like that, and 10. There are two or more partners. There can be n number of partners in a partnership firm. Definitely there is a limit of, let's say, maximum 20 partner, 30 partner, or 50 partner. In India, definitely there is a limit that how many people maximum can be added. Because I will explain later on in the company why there is a limit. In UK, basically limit has not been defined, but yes, in a partnership firm, there can be limited number of partners. Okay, and every person will have their own share. Normally, their share is basically contributed with their capital. Let's say I bring 10 lakh, you guys bring 10 lakh. In that case, our profit sharing ratio will be 50-50. I bring 10 lakh, you bring let's say 20 lakh, then our profit ratio will be 1:2. You will get 2 share out of 3 and I will get 1 share out of 3. That is how partnership normally defines. Some people don't bring capital. Some people basically capital means money. Capital means own money. Some people don't bring capital. Some people bring know-how. What is know-how? Technology. Some people bring knowledge. So they get the share. Let's say 10%, 20%, depending on the need of the know-how, sometimes 50%, depending on the know-how. Yeah, whether it is 1932, which was previous Partnership Act, or 2013, doesn't matter. It was just for your reference. Okay, you should know about. This will discuss, okay, what if partnership can draw salary? Partner can be basically employee of the company, so they can draw salary. Okay, in sole trader, you cannot draw salary, but in partnership, you can draw salary. How? That partner is working, let's say, Mr. A, Miss B, and Miss C. Though all three are working together, all are partners, so their partnership firm will have a name. Their partnership firm will have a name, ABC. Okay, ABC firm. A, B representing partners. Now, what will happen? What will happen here? Basically, this firm will have basically firm name. All these individual, Mr. A, Miss B, Miss C, all these individuals will be separate, but they will represent one firm. And they can work as an employee in the firm, or they can work basically let's say they can manage it. So they will be basically getting capital that they have, and for that they will getting the profit. But at the same time, because they are working as an employee, they can also get a salary. So Partnership Act or the agreement also discusses that how much salary you are allowed, how much salary you should be given. Okay. Okay, let's not get into whether it is Partnership Act 2013 or it is Companies Act 2013. Companies Act 2013 definitely there. You can simply fact check. You can simply just go to the Chat GPT or Google and see. Okay, we are not discussing okay which act we are talking about. It could be basically Partnership Act 1932, or maybe it has revised. I'm not aware about it, so I'm just going with what student has said. Purpose is that I hope you understand. Partnership firm will have a name of their own, and they will be basically employees working in the partnership firm as well as partner working as an employee. Now, what about the loss making? Well, loss or liability will be unlimited, just like sole trader. Let's say partnership firm have 1 crore assets and their liability is 1.5 crore. In that case, 0.5 crore will be personally liable. All members will be personally jointly liable. Now, best thing about the partnership is that now loss will be shared among partners. Loss share. This 0.5 crore need not to be recovered from one person. It can be recovered from 3%. If one person assets are not done, then we will sell the other person personal assets. Other person partner assets are done, then we'll sell the third person personal assets. Whoever partners are, they basically loss gets shared. If there is a liability, now liability will be unlimited. But now they can share this liability among themselves. They will be, unless liability is paid, all their personal assets will be sold. But now it will be shared. This is the difference between the partnership and the sole trader. No. Yes, partnership is not limited liability. Limited liability partnership has limited liability. Please be clear with that. LLP has a limited liability, not partnership firm. Normal partnership firm has unlimited liability. Please be clear with that. If assets of the company, assets of the partnership firm is not sufficient, then they will be personally liable. But the only difference is that they can share this liabilities separately. Now, let's say ABC, Mr. C retires or Miss C retires, then what will happen? Well, old partnership dissolves, old partnership dissolved, new partnership form AB. Let's say ABC joins a new partner D. ABCD. Now old partnership will dissolve and new partnership form. So whenever a new partner enters or an old partner retires, dies, or basically replaces, in all these cases, let's say now it is ABD. It is again new partnership, old partnership dies. So there is no perpetual succession. Sole trader and partnership firm both have no perpetual succession. No perpetual succession, meaning the moment owners goes away, perpetual succession basically dies. Firm will not continue without partner, without sole trader. As simple as that. So far clear? Any doubt? Let me see anything I missed it. Sole trader is a business run by one individual, perhaps employee or one or two assistant. So it's normally for small businesses. Their individual business and personal affair are for legal and tax purposes identical. Meaning the business that they do are normally the business expenses and this is normally their personal expenses also. These are arrangement, partnership is an arrangement between individuals, meaning one or two or more individuals carry business with a common view to view profit. Okay, partnership is normally, let's say A and B coming together, Mr. A, Ms. B coming together and form a partnership. They will earn profit and that profit will be shared among them. If there is a law, that laws will be shared among them. There is a liability, both will be personally liable, but their liability can be shared among themselves. That is simple. However, involves obligation to other and partnership is usually governed by partnership agreement. Like I said, partnership agreement should be there. If it is not, then it is governed by the Partnership Act of the country. Right now in India, there is a Partnership Act and in UK, there is a partnership. However, there is a limited liability partnership which is governed by the Companies Act. Yes, limited liability partnership is governed by Companies Act. What is Companies Act? What is company? What is limited liability partnership? We'll cover that. Which will be fully liable for debts and obligation. This is I'm talking about partnership firm. Partnership firm is fully liable for their debts and liability. Basically, if assets are 1 crore and the liability is 1.5 crore, partnership firm will be liable up to 0.5 crore and all partner will be personally liable for 0.5 crore. Clear? Now we are going to discuss the limited liability company. So far, partnership firm, no separate entity from business. Partners are partnership firm. However, there is an entity concept. Which we will cover for the accounting purpose. For accounting purpose, there is a separate entity, but in real life, in legal time, there is no separate entity. Sole trader is the basically business. Partnership firm is the basically partners. Okay, so they represent the entity and vice versa, nothing else. However, for the accounting purpose, there is an entity concept which we will learn. In sole trader and a partnership, common terms you will see capital and drawing. Whenever money is introduced in the business, you will see capital. Whenever money is withdrawn from the business, it is called drawings. Okay, these are the terms you will hear in the sole trader and partnership. Capital introduced, money basically partners contributed 10 lakh, partners contributed 20 lakh, sole trader invested 10 lakh. Okay, so capital introduced, money invested, all this will be called capital. And whenever money withdrawn, investment withdrawn, investment sold off, investment withdrawn, sold off, all this will be called loan. This is not same for company. Okay, including LLP, but this is not same for the company. What is company? Let's understand. Company, a very, very important concept, which I hope will clear your real life scenarios as well. This is a true story. A businessman basically was doing a business and he had no bad intention. It's not like Vijay Mallya or Nirav Modi who ran away from the country. No. It is not basically the case. Businessman had a good basically intention. He wanted to do the business properly. What happened? His business incurred losses. Let's say 10 crore assets, 10 crore assets, and losses basically were 15 crore. The liability were, let's say, 15 crore. What happened here? 5 crore was not payable. So business basically meant personal assets were sold. His house, his basically family wealth, all was sold to recover this 5 crore, and still 4 crore was unpaid. Amount is different, but the story is true. This person was sent to jail because of the inability to pay 4 crore. And he was actually friends with the US President Abraham Lincoln. This is actually a true story. If you read One Up Wall Street, I forgot the author name. If you read this stock market book, in that case, you will hear this story. Basically, Priyesha, in this case, partnership firm will have an advantage over sole trader because now loss can be shared. Now, individually as a sole trader, you were doing business and you were putting your mind. Now, somebody can also help in other areas where you are not expert of. So, partnership definitely has advantage over sole trader. Okay. Let's say you don't have sufficient money, so you can ask your friend who have money and together you can start a business, which alone you cannot. So, Priyesha, definitely partnership have benefits over sole trader. In sole trader, you enjoy 100% profit, but do you have the 100% capital to invest? So in that case, maybe your partners, your friends, family can help you with that. Okay. And definitely because they're investing, so they will also get basically money for themselves, right? So partnership, definitely profit gets compromised, but at the same time, you get the benefit of somebody else's intellectual and somebody else's money. Now, coming back to our story, what happened? This basically is a book if you want to read, or if you have spare time. First of all, focus on your ACCA. So Abraham Lincoln basically was the friend of this person, and he went to jail to visit him. And this person basically showed his grievance. Like he said, what was my fault? Why I'm in jail? Why my family paid the price for my business mistake? See, basically who are these liable? Banks, creditors, these people who provided money on credit, but was they not looking into this when they basically invested in my business? Were they not interested in profit? Just because now I made a loss, now it is only my responsibility. Were they not have same greed? If I made a bad business decision, that means it was a bad business decision. It was not my bad intention. It was not that I was doing fraud. Fraud is something done intentionally. So I did not do a fraud. It was a bad business error. So should I be punished for this? My family should be punished for this. So that's why he said, at least whatever my business assets are, my liability should be equal to my business assets. My liability should be equal to my business assets. I should not be basically claim more than my business assets. Because those person who were basically investing in me, they saw my business assets. And then only they basically invested in me. Now they given me loan, they given me credit on the goods on the credit. So how is it my fault? It was their greed now. Why me only punished for the greed? Why they are not punished for the greed? Why my family has to pay this? So that is why from that a concept called company was introduced. What is this company? Company has two special properties that make them so powerful. And with that power, I will also introduce one responsibility. So company has two very, very important features. Basically limited liability. This is the reason that company was introduced. Limited liability and separate legal entity. These are the most powerful tools that a company has. And you know why you hear, let's say, Reliance Group as an example. Reliance Group. You hear them, say, Reliance Retail, Reliance Communication, or let's say Geo, or Reliance Refineries. Okay, Reliance, let's say, Finance, or let's say in Tata, what do you hear? Tata basically Motors, Tata Steel, Tata basically FMCG. Don't you ever get a question why they open a different company? Why not basically they own a single company? Why not basically create this different names? Just basically create as one single company, now manage everything in the same company. Well, this is the reason. Limited liability and separate legal entity. Let me first of all explain the limited liability. Let's say I'm a Reliance Group. This is just for example purpose. Good faith. I hope nothing ever bad happens, but this is just for example. Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries has two businesses. Basically, has multiple businesses. We'll take two businesses as example. Reliance Retail, the place where we buy, our shirts, our basically groceries, everything, and Reliance Oil Refinery. These are the two businesses Reliance own, major two businesses. Let's say Reliance Retail has a profit of 2 lakh crore. Okay, this is normal for them. And oil refinery, let's say, had a profit of 1 lakh crore. Just as an example. Unfortunately, good faith example, hope nothing happens in real life. A blast happened in sea. Many people die. Just for a hypothetical purpose. The Reliance industry gets sued. Government file a complaint against Reliance industry. Case happens. So many victims, so much damage. So the total loss of Reliance refinery become 5 lakh crore. What will happen now? Let's say they have total assets of 1 lakh crore. They were not able to pay it. Now tell me whether this 4 lakh crore can be repaid from Reliance Retail, because both are coming under Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Both are coming under Mr. Mukesh Ambani. So can we recover this 4 lakh crore from Reliance Retail? Kunal is saying no, Mohit is saying yes. Tell me, Rohila saying no. Why no? Those who are saying no, please tell me why no. Mr. Mukesh Ambani is the one who have invested money in both of these companies. So I should be able to recover from Mr. Mukesh Ambani and Reliance Retail. Very. Because not because of different company, because all refinery limited have limited liability. All refinery company have a limited liability. That means if oil refinery company of Reliance, not different entity. I'll tell about different entity. Because oil refinery company has limited liability. What is limited liability? That oil refinery total assets was 1 lakh crore. And their liability is shot up to 5 lakh crore. Doesn't matter. They will only be responsible for 1 lakh crore. Companies who have limited liability will be responsible. Company with limited liability will be responsible. Not beyond a single penny. Not beyond a single penny. Not beyond a single penny. So now the creditor or the bank or the government can touch Mr. Mukesh Ambani or Reliance Retail. Cannot touch that. Not possible. Why? Because see, oil refinery is a basically limited liability company. We are only responsible to the total assets. So liability is limited to this. And what if, okay, I don't go to the retail. I don't go to the rating. What if I can go to Mr. Mukesh Ambani? No. First of all, liability of the company is limited. And second of all, there is a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity. Mr. Mukesh Ambani is an Indian individual. He is a citizen of India. At the same time, Reliance Oil Refinery is a citizen of India in the eye of company law. Yes. Oil company, the company is a person in the eye of law. An artificial person, but a person. So company will be treated separately. Mr. Mukesh Ambani will be treated separately. And you know what this brings? This brings us lots of concepts. Diksha is saying my voice is not clear. Is it with everyone? Please let me know. Voice is clear? Diksha, please check at your end. So, what we have discussed, I'm just summarizing. Company have two basic features. Limited liability. Meaning, if company have 10 crore asset, company can only be sued or company can only be claimed up to 10 crore assets only. Not beyond a single penny. If I have money to recover from this company, I can maximum recover 10 crore, not beyond a single penny. That is a concept called limited liability. Liability is limited to the assets of the company. Assets of company. If I have invested, let's say 15 lakh rupees in a company, and my basically investment becomes bankrupt. So now everyone can basically recover 15 lakh worth of assets of my company, not beyond a single penny. Now my family and my basically myself have need not to be worried about doing the business. Because see, if you make business so difficult, how people are going to do that? Doing business is very, very difficult. Let me tell you. Mohit is saying my voice is cracking a little bit. Please let me know if this is the case. I will not be able to continue the class. All good? All good? Please, Mohit, check at your end. Everybody is saying all good. Okay. So what we were discussing, let's say, if company has limited liability, in that case, it will be easier for doing the business because now I don't need to worry about, okay, what will happen to my family. And this change was because to promote the business. Because if you're not able to do the business, let's say on large scale, this is what happens. If you are a CEO of a company who's doing business in multiple, basically branches, multiple cities, multiple countries, you don't know what can go wrong. You can never know what can go wrong. Example, McDonald's. This is a very classical example. There is a lady, and this is a case study you might have heard from. There is a lady who took a coffee from McDonald's shop. Let's say from Los Angeles or from, let's say, California, or let's say from New York. McDonald's have branches in US, in India, in multiple places. What happened? This coffee was basically very hot. Now she went into her car because she took a takeaway coffee, and for some reason she put the coffee in between her laps. Okay, she put her coffee in between her laps. She was basically arranging the key, and the coffee spilled, and definitely she got burned. Now for that purpose, she filed a claim against the McDonald's. That McDonald, because of your coffee, I got a serious burn. And you know what? Do you think that she will win? That she stupidly put the coffee in between her laps and basically McDonald got sued for it. Answer is yes, she got won that $3 million. This is a very famous case. McDonald paid the liability for the mistake of somebody else. You know what was the argument in the court? Argument in the court was, see, we agreed that the person should not have put the coffee in between her legs. That was her basically mistake. But why was coffee so hot? Basically, it was turned out the lawyer was very, very smart. They basically found out that the coffee machine was basically warming the coffee more than 2 degree, more than 2 degree, and it caused a serious burn to her. And with that argument, McDonald had to pay 3 million compensation. Just see the unpredictability of business. And the purpose of this example is nothing to show the unpredictability, uncertainty of the business. In example, in a hotel, a woman went, basically this is an Indian hotel story, a woman went for a haircut. Her hair was by mistake just cutted by 2 inches or 2 centimeters. I'm not sure which is correct, 2 inches or 2 centimeters. And you know what? She filed a case against the hotel, and hotel had to pay her 4 crore rupees. 4 crore rupees. Just because of that. And hotel basically completely stopped the barber vertical of this business. 4 crore rupees for this only. Just think about how many times barber have to do to recover the 4 crore. So what is this? This is unpredictability. Now think about this. Now just think about this. If you're doing a business and anybody today, tomorrow claim a business suit against you, will you be able to survive? And it is very difficult to survive. And that is why it is very important that you have a limited liability. Even if somebody sues, you can only be claimed up to your assets. Up to your assets. If let's say you have no liability, you have not taken any loan, even then you will be only able to take up to your assets. One thing is clear. Okay. And whatever actions of the company, shareholder will not be liable for this, because company is a separate legal entity. If let's say company offers you discounts, company offer you warranty, and they are not able to honor it, so it's not because of that the owner, let's say Mr. Mukesh Ambani, will go to jail. Because of that. Because company is a separate legal person. Company is a artificial person. Mr. Mukesh Ambani is a citizen of India. Both will be considered person in the law. In the eye of the law, both are person. Both are separate. Okay? Now, clear? Any question, any doubt, anyone? Please ask if you have any. This is a very important concept. Now I'm just summarizing. I know class time is over. I'm just summarizing. Because tomorrow we will discuss the importance of director. So sole trader, partnership, and company. Sole trader has unlimited liability. Okay. Partnership has unlimited liability plus joint liability. That's why their liability can be shared among partners. Company has limited liability. Okay, up to the assets of company, unless there is a fraud. Unless there is a fraud. But I hope, Mohit, now it is crystal clear why it is the case. I know you must have already known limited liability and limited liability, but now I hope you understand the clarity why this is the case. Now you can see why companies open different companies. Yeah, this notes will be shared with you right away. Maybe by you will be given a link and you can refer that link. Okay, Manya? Mohit, I hope now the practical version of this concept is clear. So unless there is a fraud, company liabilities is always limited. Why I said the fraud, we will discuss Vijay Mallya case. Second, sole trader. Sole trader is the one who will run the company. So self-manage plus few employees. Here, partners managed. 2 plus more people manage it. And here, there will be directors. Who manage it. Company owners is equal to sole trader. Partners is equal to partnership firm. But shareholder, basically the people who own the money in the company are called shareholder. I will tell you why. Shareholder are not equal to company. Shareholder are different person, companies are different person because of a separate legal entity. Okay. Director are employee of the company. They will be person who will be running the company. As simple as that. Rest point we will discuss tomorrow. That's it for today's class. If you get any doubt, any query, do let me know. We'll discuss it tomorrow and we'll basically discuss all the remaining concepts of chapter number 1. Tomorrow, I hope we will be able to finish chapter number 1, chapter number 2, and we'll basically continue. This is an important concept. That's why I'm taking time. Oh, sorry, Kunal. You were replying personally. I was not particular. Separate legal entities based on business entity principle. Yes. Separate, basically entity principle, right, Priyasha? Good afternoon, Priyasha. Thank you, Navya. Thank you, Bisai Sulta. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing anybody. See, I'm not good at reading names, so please let me know. I don't want to offend anybody, okay? Thank you, Pianshi. Thank you, Sanjayda. Thank you, Diksha. Thank you, Yash. Bye bye, Viraj. Thank you, Rohila. Yes, you can do it now. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you, Ganesha. Okay, so sure. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kanisha. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.